Good evening, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Supporting Black Authors Book Club. I am your host, Dr. Deborah Davis, coming to you live from New Jersey. Happy Friday. Thank God for Friday, right? I know y'all have heard it said that the eagle flies on Friday, right? So I'm grateful for another Friday. Listen, we have a very special guest in the studio with us tonight. Took out of his busy schedule to come and stop by Supporting Black Authors Book Club. The one, the only Dr. George C. Fraser. I can't tell you too much. I can't give you his whole bio, but I can tell you that he is a Brooklyn native, now based in Cleveland. And he's a celebrated author, entrepreneur, a speaker, dedicated to networking and wealth building. He's a best-selling author, Dr. George Fraser. If you don't know who he is, I'm just going to ask you to Google him while we speak. Let me just show you a little bit about Mr. Fraser.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible mastered?
Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook and YouTube, the one, the only, Mr. George Fraser. Hi, Mr. Fraser.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Don't you look beautiful with your boss hat?
That's who I am.
That's what I'm talking about. Awesome.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
I'm streaming this on my Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Good to see you. Good to
Thank you.
be back in the house and
Thank you.
Around excellence.
Yes,
Excellence.
Thank you. So I just wanted to give you the opportunity. I just read a little snippet about you, but if there's that you really would like for the viewers to know something special about you, feel free to tell them who you are.
Well, I'm going to give you what I've been lecturing and teaching our people for years. Mm-hmm. My elevator pitch. Because there's a lesson in there. Yes, there's a lesson in it. And it's only 72 words and takes 20 seconds. Hi, I'm Dr. George Fraser from Cleveland, Ohio, by way of Brooklyn, New York. I'm the CEO and founder of Fraser Net Incorporated. I write books and speak on effective networking and economic development. I'm the producer of the Power Networking Conference. I help people turn acquaintances into friends and contacts into contracts. And over the last 40 years, I've helped nearly 10,000 Black people secure more than $10 billion in new business.
Wow, that's awesome.
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh, so there it is. Black excellence at its finest. That's Coach Matthews says Black excellence at its finest. So we're just waiting. We're waiting for some more people to tune in. We have been promoting this for weeks now. So we just want you to feel comfortable. We want to give you the floor for you to talk about some of your events and what it is that you're doing now. I especially want to talk a little bit about the Mission Unstoppable.
Yes. You are the premier supporter of Black authors. God bless you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no question about it. And you see, I'm in my office. It's not a green screen behind me. And in my office, what do you see behind me?
Books.
You see my library. Mm-hmm. The 2,000 books in my office library. Mm-hmm. 15,000 in my home. Mm-hmm. So I love you as a supporter. And a third of those books are by Black authors. Mm. So I love the fact that you are promoting authors, which promotes reading and promotes education and personal growth and development. God bless you for that. If I was there live, I would hug you. and live in
Oh,
color.
that would be so special. So what is the project that you're working on, and who are the authors that are on the Mission Unstoppable?
My newest offer to the universe is this: Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failures, Blessings, Volume 2. Volume 1 with Les Brown and myself came out 12 years ago. It was a bestseller. It sold tens of thousands of copies. We invited 30 wannabe or already authors to participate in the project, because it's not about me, Deborah. It's about we.
Yes,
it takes teamwork to make the dream work, as I've been saying for 40 years. Absolutely. And we went to the moon. So we decided 12 years later to do volume 2 with 30 aspiring or inspiring wannabe authors or are already authors. And today, with all the support that we can get from AI today in writing and thinking, there is no excuse.
None.
Right? Because when you put your thoughts on paper, you committed to writing, you are leaving a legacy for your children's children's children, so that one day, 100 years from now, one of your great grands can go to the library in your home or their home and pick up a book that their grandmother wrote stories about, her life, her successes, and her or his failure. Right? This is how we learn. I can't imagine if I was to be able to go to a library in my home where I was growing up in Brooklyn, New York, and pick up a little book written by my great-great-great-great-grandparents. How powerful would that have been? Right? I remember I was born 1945, right? I'm 81 years old. Right? So imagine at 10, 12, or 15 years, right, old, to read something my own blood wrote. That would inspire me. It would inspire anyone. So that's the next project. We're just about closed on that. We have 28 committed. We got 2 more slots that are available. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, if you're interested in participating in this project, yes, there's a fee to it. It costs money to produce these publications. But you will have an opportunity to sell your own words. You'll have your own book. You could even be on the cover if you're interested. We got 2 slots left. All you have to do is just text me or email me at gfraser@frasernet.com. That's gfraser@frasernet.com. But I'm in DD. That's Deborah Davis. I know that. I'm in DD. And then
I like the way you say my name. Say my name. Say my name.
No, that's a powerful name. Though. That's double D's, baby. I don't want to tell you. See, I'm a man now. I don't want to tell you what double D's.
We gotta keep this.
Right. So do that, and then in the that's in the subject line, and in the body of the email, just put your full name and your cell number, and I will personally call you. We'll handle our business over the phone. By credit card.
Thank you, Dr. Sheila.
We got 2 slots.
Your email up. Okay.
And they'll be gone before the night is over.
So tell the listeners, how many books have you written? Because you're a best-selling author. How many books have you written?
I've written 6 books. The first book I wrote was nearly 40 years ago, where I made my bones. A New York Times bestseller called Success Runs in Our Race, The Complete Guide to Effective Networking in the Black Community. It is the book that started the networking conversation. in Black America, started the networking movement in Black America. It's required reading in 52 historically Black colleges. If you haven't read it, read it, because it's still sold on Amazon. It still sells 40 years later, 10,000 copies every year on Amazon. And other than the Bible and some classics, there are very few books written 40 years ago that still sell on Amazon. So you can pick up the paperback for 10 bucks on Amazon. You can pick up a hard copy. So that was book number 1.
I have to get that book.
And that put me on the cover of some very important Black magazines, namely Black Enterprise magazine.
I remember that magazine.
Why? Because I'm looking for something here. Why? Because I was a power networker back in the day, so I could write on it. And Earl Graves was a good friend of mine because he grew up in Brooklyn, New York, in Bed-Stuy, right around the corner. I did him a couple of solids. I wanted to meet him. And when the book came out, I asked him to review it and do a quote for me for the back of the book. You know how we do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He said, absolutely. And then he read it and said, that's incredible. I'm going to put you on the cover.
Ah, look at you. Look at you.
So look at me, right? Black bear. Black bear. Right? There I am with the book.
That's all
See
right.
the book, right? Success Runs in Our Race. On the cover of Black Enterprise magazine. This can happen to you, brothers and sisters. And my whole life took off.
That's good. That's good, Dr. Fraser. That's real good right there. You know, I want to just tell everybody, if you are just tuning in, we are here with the one, the only best-selling author, Dr. George Fraser. If you don't know who he is, you must be living under a rock. A real rock.
That's right. So let's finish. Then 5 years later, with the success of Success Runs in Our Race, see, you get, and remember, that was 40 years ago. So there was no such thing as all this writing that we could do and get our books published ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't exist then. You had to have an agent. Just like you had to have an agent to get a record deal, you had to have an agent to get a big book deal.
Yes.
And if you do well, you get a chance to write another book with the same publishing house. Mine was HarperCollins. Okay. So it did so well, they let me write a second book called Race for Success, the 10 Best Business Opportunities for Black Folk in America.
Wow.
Right? So I wrote that 35 years ago, and I wrote the 10 Best Business Opportunities. If you get a copy of it on Amazon, you will notice that I talked about what was one of the big opportunities. Now, remember, this was 35 years ago. What was one of the big opportunity areas for Black people in the 21st century? Technology and AI.
So if you have questions for Dr. Fraser, put them in the comments. I know I won't see them on YouTube. I do see YouTube lighting up. But if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section. And I'm sure Dr. Fraser will not mind taking your questions nor your comments. So
that's right.
What did she say? Race for Success, the 10 Best Business Opportunities in America.
No,
Thank you, Dr. Sheila.
For Black folk in America, all my books are targeted to our culture.
Oh,
so
okay.
The 10 Best Business Opportunities for Black folk in America.
Okay.
We'll
need that out.
So that was book number 2. That was huge and a bestseller. Again, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you a story.
You can brag. You can brag.
Then another publishing company came to me and said, "Listen, you are hot." This was McGraw-Hill.
I remember McGraw-Hill.
Big. They said, "Would you like to write a book for us?"
Yes.
I said, "Make me an offer I can't refuse."
Ooh.
And they did. And I wrote, "Click. 10 Truths to Building Extraordinary Relationships." Right? Right. That was McGraw-Hill.
I remember McGraw-Hill.
And then I wrote
They were huge.
3 more after that. I wrote a children's book, my sister and I, called Who Would Have Thunk It? The First Adventure of the Fraser Foster Kids. Because we were foster kids, right? Hardcover, because we know kids are hard on books, right? Hardcover with a laminated cover so that it was childproof and they could spit up on it if they wanted to, wouldn't they? Right? So that and that's how I made my bones, is having the courage, Deborah, having the courage,
yes,
and the intestinal fortitude to take out of my head and put it on paper in writing. The discipline to do that. So I'm just trying to teach a lesson here. Now, we are the most creative people on the planet. Black people, there are no more creative people than Black people, right? We take our ideas out of our head and write music. We've changed music 5 different times in America, right?
Exactly.
So but now we can do this with books, because anything that Black people put their mind to do, we will take it to a whole nother level.
Yes.
Right. So we've done it, and now in writing, we've done it now with music, and we can go on and on and on. Inventions that were stolen from us. Well, we inventing new stuff.
Better talk about it.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you owe it. You brothers and sisters out there, you owe it to your culture, to your people, to take your experiences, to take your lessons, to take your mistakes, to take your successes and put it in writing so that it's there for all time and people will learn from your lessons.
Oh, I do got a comment.
Now, if you were in my library, in my office, a third of my books are what? Biographies.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that library.
Right? Well, I want to learn how did Thomas Edison get to where he is? What were the mistakes he made? That's what I want to learn from other people's trajectory of life, and the trajectory looks like this. It's a roller coaster ride. What did they do to overcome their mistakes and to become who they are, that there are books written about them? So that's a little piece of advice I want. If you're watching, you're supposed to be watching today, right? Because you got 100 things you could be doing or watching with social media available. For some reason, you landed here.
And you're giving knowledge. You're giving knowledge for free.
That's right.
Tonight.
That's right. This is free knowledge. This is wise counsel. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This is wise counsel, right? And my partner in wise counsel is Stan. You're going to talk to Stan. We're going to talk to Stan later. Stan Matthews.
Stan, yes.
He's an incredible human being.
Yes.
So let me drop a little piece of wisdom on you right now. Now understand, wisdom is not complicated. Wisdom is to take a body of knowledge from life experiences and make it simple for people to understand. So I'm going to give you some simple wisdom. 4 points. Write them down.
Where's my pen? Oh.
If it's not yours, don't take it. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. And if you don't know, shut up.
I was going to say ask somebody.
No, that's 81 years of life lessons. Let me repeat them for you. If it's not yours, don't take it. If it ain't right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. And if you don't know, be quiet.
Okay, be quiet. If you don't know, be quiet. So Dr. Fraser, I've been watching you, following you, excited to be on your project. It's just a huge opportunity. I love the fact that I'm on the project with the Who Blessed You, with a bunch of other authors and with Coach Stan Matthews. I'm excited that I have touched new relationships.
That's right.
Huge relationships, positive people, wise counsel. So we want to talk a little bit about this event that is coming up, Wise Counsel. So before we do that, I just want to just show a little clip.
In nearly 4 decades of business, coaching, and network building, I have seen many initiatives. But Wise Counsel is different. It is, without question, the most vital mission I have ever been a part of. We live in a world that moves fast, but often moves in the wrong direction because we've forgotten the weight of wisdom. Wise Counsel isn't just a program. It is a movement to restore the dignity of our elders and the absolute necessity of mentorship and wise counsel. If you want to go far, you don't go it alone. You go with those who have already paved the way. Please join me, Dr. George Fraser, and Dr. Boyce Watkins for Why Wise Counsel Matters on June 5th, 2026. We're going live on pay-per-view at 8 p.m. sharp. Get your tickets to lock in your spot. Get the wisdom you need to scale the heights you're dreaming of. Get your ticket now because Wise Counsel matters.
Wow, let me tell you, it took me some work
Bad
to
brother,
get that
ain't
video.
Bad brother right there. That's a bad brother. Listen.
We're going to bring him on. We're going to bring Coach Stan on.
Tomorrow he turns 62.
Let's welcome him to the stage.
Huh?
He looks add him 50. To the stage. There he is, Coach Stan Matthews. You got a birthday tomorrow. We want to wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I didn't. Doctor, you put her up to that. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna talk about that wise counsel. I'm gonna step back a minute. I'm gonna let you guys have the stage. I want y'all to present this thing, this wise counsel thing, because I don't know how to keep this closed when I should. So I'm gonna move myself for a second. Y'all got the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna tee it up a little bit, and Stan and I are so immersed in it, so excited about it. Part of it is we're of the phase and stage in our life to be considered wise. Wise is from 61 to 90. Now, let me start this the way I generally started, a cold start when I'm speaking to audiences. I start with a provocative question. What $23 trillion asset do Black people have under their nose?
Yeah, how about that?
That is not properly utilized, recognized, or leveraged in our culture? What asset might that be? And then, of course, I always have to answer the question because generally people are not thinking about this, and so they're not able to answer the question. And the answer to that are the 3.3 million Black elders, 61 to 90 in our culture, male and female. Yes, there are 3.3 million of them in that age range. And this is our responsibility to more deeply recognize and utilize our elders. What is the vision, the long-term vision of this movement? Because it's going to be a movement just like networking 40 years ago became a movement. What was the long-term vision of power networking and success runs in our race? That within 20 to 40 years, there would never be a conference put on or a major event put on in our culture where networking was not a major component of that conference or event. Well, mission accomplished. What is the long-term vision of Wise Counsel? Building generations. Within 20 years, maybe sooner, there would not be a conference put on in our culture or a major event put on in our culture that did not close with a panel of wise counsel. The panel is 6 seats on a stage, 3 seats occupied by 3 elders, 2 men and a woman, between 61 and 90. The other 3 seats represent each of the 3 succeeding generations. If we were to do it next week, it would be Generation X, Generation Y, and Generation Z. And there would be a discussion, a Q&A, and wise counsel in front of the full audience of the event so that they will understand how important it is to seek advice and counsel from elders. Now, let me just frame this a little bit differently, and I'm finished with that. We, Negroes in America, are the only ones of Black folk in the diaspora that do not get wise counsel. If you go to Africa, the 54 countries in Africa, I've been to Africa 31 times, there's nothing that a person can do of a younger generation without conferring with wise counsel and the elders. The same thing in Asia. The same thing in India. They worship their elders. In China, 3 generations generally live in a household. The grandparents, the children of the grandparents, and the grandchildren. And who raises the grandchildren? The elders raise the grandchildren in the Asian family. So they truly value the importance of wisdom and eldership. So we have got to get back to that. Now, just in closing, what are the simple objectives of making this a movement for enculturation and consciousness? In other words, we have to begin to think about it.
That's right.
To restore respect for elders. That's number one. To reestablish a culture where elders are valued and respected and recognized as sources of wisdom and life experience. That's number one. Number two, to preserve what? Generational knowledge. To encourage intentional sharing of history, lessons, traditions, and cultural values between elders and younger generations. Number three, to strengthen family and community bonds, to create environments where elders remain actively involved in family decisions, mentorship, and community leadership. Number four, to promote intergenerational mentorship, develop opportunities for elders to guide and mentor youth in life skills, character development, and cultural identity, because we don't know who we are. That's another story. And finally, the fifth objective, to rebuild cultural pride and identity, to develop opportunities for elders to guide and share history by honoring those who lived it and preserved it. It's no more complicated than that. It's a whole generational category of relationship capital and intellectual capital, because it's now all hands on deck. We need everybody to contribute to unity in our culture. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's a pretty good story. I'm glad you told it. I'm glad you told it. This man has been a part of my life for about 24 years. So today you who are watching get the pleasure of seeing 2G, right? 2 Guyanese gangsters, right? He is the OG, right? But today I think I'm catching up a little bit to somebody turning 62 tomorrow and loving it. Who am I? I'm Stan Matthews. I was born in Georgetown, Guyana. I grew up in East Orange, New Jersey, the same hometown as the late great Whitney Houston and her awesome auntie, the one and only Dionne Warwick. For 36 years, I have joyfully provided my clients with affordable television advertising and promotion and high value client connections worth more than $70 million in top line revenue. And I would love to do the same for each one of you who are watching us. My mentor and friend George Fraser had this idea of wise counsel when he turned 70. He decided to sit on it until he turned 80. And what will wise counsel do for our community? They will enable us to enjoy the benefit of sound, wise counsel and advice in our personal lives, in our business affairs. Yes, in our business affairs, so we won't make stupid decisions. I've made many of them and had to correct them. In our marriages, enjoy good advice when we're advising our children. And so, with this sound advice, we will be better rather than bitter. We will be more successful in due course. And
That's
so
right.
I encourage everyone to join us on June the 26th and 27th for Wise Counsel Weekend. Yes, Wise Counsel Weekend. On Friday night, I'll be interviewing Dr. Fraser for about an hour and a half, and we'll be joined by our friend Dr. Boyce Watkins, one of the preeminent economists in the country. And we will be asking Dr. Fraser why wise counsel matters. Why is it important to have good advice when you're making personal decisions, family decisions, business decisions, and yes, financial decisions? And you'll get an opportunity to join us on that night between 8 and 9:30. Then after that, we'll have a VIP networking opportunity where some of the best business people in the country, including that bad lady right there, Dr. Deborah Davis, will be in the house virtually. Then on Saturday, from 12 noon to 4 p.m., the second part of Wise Counsel Weekend will be Meet the Legend himself. We only have room for 20 of you, but we're going to invite 20 serious-minded, special people in our community to come here to 5001 Mayfield Road in Cleveland, Ohio, to Fraser Nation headquarters, where you'll be able to enjoy the rich history, the treasure trove of history that's in this office that you're going to go out of your mind to see. You're going to be able to take a picture with Doc. You're going to be able to ask for him to sign your books. He is going to hold court for us and speak to us and take our questions. Only 20 can come. You'll be getting an invitation soon. Please respond to it, because when those 20 spaces are gone, there will be no exceptions. And so we're going to be here with him face to face, all 20 of us, so that we can get the benefit of personal training and advice at the feet of our living legend, our icon, the one and only George C. Fraser. So I
Mr.
look forward to those of you who can be with us at that time on Saturday the 27th and on Friday the 26th for Wise Counsel Weekend. Deborah, thank you so much for the honor of being here on this evening with you and celebrating with him, even as I celebrate number 62.
That's what I wanted to say. I want you to tell the Facebook and YouTube is lighting up over here. So, I just want you to tell them how they can purchase their tickets for the Wise Counsel Matters. Where do they go to purchase their tickets? Also, I want you to elaborate a little bit more on what MPG is.
Sure. So for the matter at hand, Wise Counsel tickets, you can get them at Dr. Fraser's Facebook page, my Facebook page. You will be seeing a ton of social media leading up to Wise Counsel Weekend beginning tomorrow. You're going to see a ton of social media promotion. You won't have to look for it. It'll be right there in your face. Click on the live links and be able to get your tickets. Tickets are only $25 to be pay-per-view. And you'll be able to come. We're expecting between 1,000 and 4,000 people. And again, there will be networking involved. There'll also be people who will have virtual stores where you can do business with entrepreneurs in our community, because we want to make sure that this is an opportunity for our entrepreneurs to be able to network and also to do business with one another. That is important because giving wise counsel means bringing everybody in and giving everybody an opportunity to benefit from this opportunity. And I want to say, Deborah, this will not be the last one. On a quarterly basis going forward, we will be bringing together preeminent scholars like Dr. Cornell West, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and others that are friends of Dr. Fraser. The one and only Ron Daniels will be here. I better stop name dropping us.
Les Brown.
Some of his friends, some of those folks are going to get angry. They're going to be men and women who have achieved great things in their lives. It's a blessing to our community. So this is not a moment, Deborah. This is a movement. It's not a moment. This is a movement, and we want you to be part of it. As Dr. Fraser says, the Asian community does not have trouble with this subject. The African community on the continent does not have trouble with this subject. Only we here in North America have lost that connection, that intergenerational connection that binds those of us who've lived more than 61 years here on this earth with those of us who are less than 61, and brings them together to make the community stronger. But Dr. Fraser has a vision where we are going to change that here and now. Next chapter for sure.
Yes, I want to thank you for that. And just really quickly, if you can just tell the people about what it is that you do as a coach with your company.
Absolutely. So I am not the CEO of MPG, Matthews Prosperity Group. My wife is, and she is watching, so I better make sure I get that right. That's Sylvia Watson Matthews. She is a brand architect. George Fraser is the one who gave her that title in his office. She's also an executive at MGM Grand Casino. Our vision is shared prosperity, and shared prosperity for everyone means, right, a balance with prosperity psychologically, financially, in your relationships, and certainly in your marriages and with your children. We take the view that the reason why the word prosper or prosperity is second only to the word love in our Bible is because prosperity is a priority for God, right? And so Jeremiah 29:11 says, right, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb, and I have plans for you. Plans for what, God? To prosper you and to not harm you. 3 John 1:2 says, beloved, I pray that you prosper even as your soul prospers, right? Those are there for reasons, right? And so what we do is try and teach people across the country that this is what God desires for you. This is what you should desire for yourself. And we work with them to bring that into being.
Amen. Amen. I like that. And I'm one of your clients.
You are.
I appreciate your help. My commercial is going live tonight. She Perfume. Can you tell the viewers where they can see the commercial for She Perfume?
Right. So we have promoted, as I said in my 30-second pitch, we joyfully promote our clients on network and streaming television. Some of the platforms that you will see She Fragrance for the next 30 days are the Oprah Winfrey Network, BET, Headline News, Fox News, MS Now, on and on, the 20 premier streaming networks. Why is that important? Nielsen, the consumer rating company, said that 72% of all purchases by consumers in the $95 trillion US economy happens after seeing a 30-second spot either on your phone, your tablet, your PC, or on television, right? That is what we do. With AI tool now. We can target your best prospects on their phone, on your tablet, on the PC, and on their television. And that is what we have the pleasure for doing for Sister Deborah and many others. We've done this for 16 years. And I want to say this,
Thank you.
we got that opportunity because of President Barack Obama in 2010. I want to say that for all those people who say Obama didn't do anything for me, Matthews Marketing got its break in 2010 to make relationships with the four big cable companies, right? Spectrum, Verizon, Comcast, and what was then AT&T Cable, because President Obama's FCC opened the door.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Well, I call you Coach. You're my coach. Thank you for stopping by, supporting Black Authors Book Club. And I'm going to put you backstage, bring Dr. Fraser back up, let him have the last words. Thank you, Coach. And you have a happy, happy birthday.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to do anything other than work, because being in the office with that guy on May the 1st, he was in this office. I said, "What are you doing here? It's your birthday." He said, "I'm working." So being in this office with him at Fraser Nation HQ on tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit of something, but I'm going to be here working, right? Because trying to keep up with that guy is no piece of cake.
Oh, you have a happy birthday.
God bless. Thank you.
Yeah, and Stan, one more plug for Wise Counsel, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. Here is the logo for Wise Counsel, right? You'll notice that it's a big oak tree with the roots landed in a book, right? A book of knowledge. And on the right-hand side of that tree, unless it's reversed in the picture, is a small oak tree attached to the roots.
Yeah.
See it.
Right? And then in between Wise Counsel and Bridging Generations is what? An owl. What is an owl known for? The wise old owl. Okay? So we laugh and joke, but we don't play.
I'm going to give a shameless plug, Deborah. So he asked Sylvia Watson Matthews, my wife, to design that logo. And it was in this office that he said, "No longer refer to yourself as a graphic designer. You are a brand architect." Since that day, man, I haven't been able to say much to her, because you just got her all.
There's power in words, right? There's power in this. So 2 words.
That's right. So
brand architect.
Brand architect. So I just want to ask you one question as I leave. Why is time so important to you? Why are you so adamant about people wasting your time?
Okay. In respect for Deborah's time, let's see. This ends in what? About 12 minutes, Deborah?
Yes.
It's 1 hour, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to take 3 minutes, because that's a very deep question.
It is.
So let me say to the audience this. All of us, every human being, everyone watching this, are fortunate to be able to die. Why is that? Because it means that you've overcome billions to 1 odds, sperm cells, millions of them in your mom's body. One breaks away and is strong enough, fertilizes your mom's egg, and you were born. Now, let me put that in perspective. The human species is 300,000 years old, Doc. If you are 50 years old watching this broadcast, it means it took 299,950 years for you to be born. And according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, the great Black physicist, the chances of you being born is 400 trillion to 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you are the only one.
Look at that.
There
Think
will
about
never ever be another
Ooh.
Deborah Davis in the
No.
history of the human species.
that.
It is
Never
never
ever.
going to exist again.
Come on, Doc. Come
And
on.
when you're born, you're given time.
Uh-huh.
But you don't know how much time you have. And I tell people in New York, "Minute, do anything, but don't waste my time. I will
Woo.
give more money, but I will not get any more time. And I don't know how much time I have, but I'm not going to allow you to waste it. Time is the only currency you spend without knowing the balance."
I like that.
Buddha said, "You are not killing time. Time is killing you." Use, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. It's like I blink my eyes and I'm 81 years old. I'm begging you, use your time wisely.
The wise time. I think that's why, I don't know, I'm deaf on being on time. And when somebody's not on time for me, I begin to panic.
That's right.
And I get anxious. And, because I'm always on time. I try to be on time because it's a respectful thing to be on time.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that when you were sort of coaching me a little bit about this, to be early. And I'm going, oh yeah. Ain't no question about that. Right?
Yes, I did.
Right? You be early.
Yeah.
And because they teach at Morehouse and Spelman, on time is late.
Ooh, see.
I mean, they enculturated that. You ask any Morehouse or Spelman grad, being on time, that's late.
That's late. You late.
Being early is on time. And that's
Mm-hmm.
especially sensitive with Negroes.
I said the other day, I said to someone, I get up early all the time. So I said, the early bird catches the worm. And their reply to me was, well, what did you catch?
Everything.
I had to think about that thing, right?
Everything.
Well, I'm up. I got joy. I caught some of that, because we know we may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, early morning. Get up.
Morning. I have to also say before I'm out of here, I want to thank Deborah on behalf of Sylvia and I think 15 other people. I have a JD, but I can now officially be called Dr. Matthews because
yeah, how about that?
JD is the doctor in law.
July 18th graduation.
So
lawyers tend to use ESQ as opposed to doctor, but it is a doctorate in law.
It is a Juris Doctorate, but this lady went so far to honor Sylvia and I.
Yes,
and also
honorary
15
doctors.
others. So we are looking forward to that. And I want to thank you publicly because
you're welcome. I did get to meet you in person. Then now I get to meet your lovely wife in person. I'm excited about meeting you all.
Well, we look forward to that. So on the evening of July the 18th, we're going to leave Nanina's in the park in Belleville and change from wedding clothes to robes down the New Jersey Turnpike to meet Deborah and the others who are getting their honorary doctorates on that night. So it's going to be one hell of a night on July the 18th. I look forward to being there. As a last matter, Deborah, I want to ask Doc one more thing. Why do you so dislike still people?
I love it when you ask me that question. It's he knows it's one of the things I love to talk about and advice I love to give, wise advice, and that is to stay away from still people.
Okay.
Still hating, still ignorant, right? Still about themselves and not the culture and of our community.
Uh-huh.
Right. Still failing, are still broke. Stay away from those people. All right? Absolutely.
Deborah, I have heard that for 24 years.
It's funny.
And I got a piece of advice for you. Stay away from still
people. I like that. I'm gonna remember that.
That's some advice I want you to take, because
That's right.
you are such a high energy sister. You have such wisdom. There's such love in your heart. You
Thank
definitely
you.
want to do good for everybody that comes in contact with you. And
Thank
so please stay away from still people.
I will. I have a birthday coming up in June. I don't mind sharing how old I will be. On June the 25th, I will be 68.
Elder.
Happy
I'm an
birthday.
elder. Listen, I'm a senior. I'm proud of my age.
Yeah,
A lot of women don't like to
absolutely.
tell it. I don't mind telling
You
my age.
earned it.
I'm a great grandmother. I love that. I love
Yeah,
it.
beautiful.
From
Beautiful.
where I've been.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. Listen,
Yes. So
we're going to let her have her say on the Wise Counsel weekend. You know, she has an amazing lady tribe, and they're going to all be there. Sister Danielle Pitts, I hope you're watching. Girl, you know,
she had her grandson's funeral was today, so she's not watching.
Yes, we're praying for her, but she's
we are.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have Dr. Fraser. We're going to give you the last say so. We want to thank you, Coach, for stopping by, and we will be in touch. I want to thank you again for the She commercial. Y'all keep your eyes open tonight. It was going live. I'm grateful that I did see the advertisement with the Grow with O campaign. Glad that I saw the Who Blessed You. And I'm very happy that I saw the Mission Unstoppable, just jumping on things, just jumping and hopping, But I'm grateful because I'm just that type of person that is not afraid to jump in the deep,
That's right.
And that's because I can swim. So
every morning.
I do. So we want to thank you for stopping by, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And he's right next door to me.
Uh-oh.
Right next
Lucky
door to me,
you.
literally in the office space. My office is here. I walk 8 feet, and that's his office.
So I want you to leave our listening audience with something wise, something that they can take with them tonight.
Okay. So this is my little rant for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Old keys, brothers and sisters, will not open new doors. Understand that a house divided amongst itself will not stand. We are all drinking from wells that we did not dig, that we are standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
When you consider what we have had to go through and overcome,
yes,
we're all that in a bag of chips. That we were building pyramids and solving complex engineering problems when other cultures are living in caves, practicing cannibalism. Right?
Yes.
Think about what we have had to go through. From 1619 to 1864, a 250-year fight for our freedom.
And we won't go back.
1864 to 1964, a bloody 100 years for civil rights.
We won't go back.
Right?
No.
And public access. We must never forget that's 350 years.
Yes.
To get to this moment. Therefore, the real question that we must all ask ourselves continually is, are we worthy of this legacy? And if we are worthy of this legacy, Doc, if so, what will be the legacy of generations X, Y, Z, and Generation Alpha? What will our children's children be saying about them 150 years from now?
Yes.
I hope that economics is the new black power and that they get us there.
Yes.
Because we cannot allow our legacy to end with the civil rights struggle.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
My life was changed at 18 years old, running the streets of New York, a day in Harlem. I remember the day, 1962, 17.
I was 4.
And I was running the streets of Harlem. I was on 125th Street near Lenox Avenue. And there was a young man on the corner on a soapbox, literally. It was a small crowd, but he just talked. And as he talked, the crowd got larger. And I was one of those guys in that crowd. His name was Stokely Carmichael. Later changed his name to Kwame Ture, married the beautiful South African song stylist Miriam Makeba, and then he moved to Africa. He was the radical side of the Martin Luther King initiative for voting rights and civil rights. And he said something on that corner that I will never forget. And I'm going to repeat it to everybody listening, exactly what he said in 1962. He said that no black person in this country makes any advancement solely based on his or her talent or worth, that all individual advancement is based on mass struggle, that we make no progress in this world without shedding our blood. Therefore, your advancement and success does not belong to you. It belongs to the people. And if you do not use your success or advancement for the benefit of your people, it is a betrayal of the people who shed their blood for you.
Yes.
I'll close with these two little thoughts. What we're not changing, we're choosing. You will never change that which you tolerate. You will only change when you get angry. People will not change when they see the light. They will change when they feel the heat. And if we ain't feeling heat right about now, all things considered, I don't know when we will feel heat. So do something. Be who you are.
Yes.
All that in a bag of chips. Make a difference with this short time that you have on this earth.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser. I really appreciate you stopping by Supporting Black Authors Book Club. I'm going to take some of that wisdom because you're never too old to learn. And I appreciate you taking out your time out of your busy, extremely busy schedule to stop by. And you gave some wise counsel tonight. And I thank you for that. And I want to ask you if you'll come back, if you'll stop back by Supporting Black Authors Book Club again once the book is published.
When you call, I'll be there.
I appreciate that so much.
I so appreciate what you're about, what you're doing, and what you stand for.
Thank you so much.
All right,
that's good.
God bless you.
God bless.
And if you, again, don't forget, if you want to be, we got 2 slots left for Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failures, Blessings. Email me, gfraser@fraser.com. Say I'm NDD. Put your name and your cell number, and I personally will be in touch with you.
Yes, you will.
God bless you.
God bless.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible? Have you mastered?
Nellie Lee Perfume, top product, bold and confident, the scent that speaks for itself. Elevate your senses today. Your designation for fragrance is Nellie Lee Perfume.